Today on Dirt Road Cred Jeep News, let's talk about some special editions that are finally hitting dealership lots, our very first look at the coveted America 250 edition, and some very interesting news from the top dog at Jeep coming from the corporate world. Let's break it all down and much more on today's August Dirt Road Cred Jeep News. Welcome back, guys. We're so glad to be here on Dirt Road Cred Jeep News. Sorry we were away for a couple days. We had some things to do. I actually just welcomed my newborn into the world this past week, so we took some time to spend with family, and then I don't think if Ryan would have kept editing after 7 days of the Rubicon Trail edit, he probably would have passed out. So we're back, we're here with Jeep News, and we're ready and rolling right into it. There is so much cool content coming to the channel in the next few weeks. Not only will we be out at the Toledo Jeep Fest, but then 2 weeks after that, we've got Smoky Mountain, Tennessee, and then right after that, Ryan, the giveaway ends. So somebody's going to be taking home the keys to our purple Gladiator and $10,000. But let's get into this one because it's going to be a cool video. Ryan actually just drove down to check out a special edition. But before we talk about that one and show you some clips of it, let's talk about some of the special editions that are finally hitting the lot. We were just sent some pictures from a good friend of ours on Facebook, and he said, hey, go ahead, share these. I would love that. And they were the special edition rewinds. There's 3 different colors that he shared with us. One was in Purple Rain, one was in Granite Crystal Metallic, and the third one, which is I think my favorite, was a white rewind. Now, they're all 4 doors, of course, but it is pretty cool to see these in person, or at least some real-life photos of them. It's not as cool as the rewind concept vehicle with the crazy custom interior, and it's nowhere near as cool as the Mojave Vice that we've got sitting over here that we did, but it is neat because people that have ordered those months back are now starting to receive them, and I personally can't wait to start seeing them at shows. Ryan, I think my favorite was the white one. The rewind decals, it reminds me of the old school Islander, and the colors really pop. It's much like our profile picture on Instagram, which has the white and then the rewind colors, and that's another thing. Speaking of the giveaway, we've been notified that there is a fake account trying to reach out to people. We've reported them. All of our fans have. We're not going to reach out to you and tell you that we won on Instagram our giveaway, nor are we going to say that you owe us money. So don't fall for any of that stuff or any emails or anything else. The giveaway ends August 31st, so don't fall for any of that. And our Instagram account does have the blue check mark, so just look for us. And yeah, if you see something suspicious or it doesn't sound real, let us know, and it probably isn't real. The other cool thing that we're hoping comes out very soon is going to be the Laredo open for order. I got to give Jeep a little crap, Ryan. You know, they said we can give them a little crap. They said orders are going to open in the end of July. It's August 3rd, and I can't order one because we want to order. I'd love to order one. I think we would like to order 7. That was our public content, and then Jeep replied and said Laredo maxing, and I agree. No, the Laredo is going to be a really beautiful trim. I'm excited to see that, and I think that is quite arguably one of the favorites that we have seen in the 12 for 12 program. One cool thing, if you guys are going to be at the Toledo Jeep Show or the Toledo Jeep Fest, we're going to have a chance to see the Laredo in person and check it out. So we'll have some content on that, as well as more interactions with some of the Jeep officials and executives. We've got a couple more interviews planned, and we're hoping to really get some cool content out here on the channel. So if you guys have been missing the content, get ready because there's a lot more coming. But one really cool thing Ryan was able to check out this morning at one of our friends, Anthony, down at Sands Jeep, just about an hour away from us, was the America 250 Edition Wrangler. We've been waiting to see one of these in person and be able to take a deeper dive into what it looks like, and this one was very cool. This is a white Jeep with all of the America 250, the reds and the blues on the outside, and this is based off of a Willys platform. Now on the exterior of this, not only do you get all of those graphics on the America 250, you get the, what is that called? That's like the gunmetal blue wheels that are the same as the 85th anniversary. And then you did get red tow hooks on the front and rear, which that's interesting being that it is a Willys trim and a paint matched front grille. It had a white grill on there. Sorry, I'm going to explain it because Ryan was able to go down. We had to take care of some other things. But what was cool about this Jeep is that being that it had the white and black contrast in the America 250, I think it ties very well into what they were going for. We were excited to see one of these because we've heard about them, and we do wish they would have been out, what's that, about a month ago on July 4th, but unfortunately, it took a little bit longer, and dealers are starting to get them now. This one, the blue jean soft top, was not on it yet. You got to imagine, guys, this is not our Jeep. It's not their Jeep. Someone's going to take delivery of this and want everything to be boxed up. So we weren't able to take everything out and put it on, including the blue jean soft top, but also the Captain America tire cover shield in the back. I would be venturing to guess a lot of dealerships probably aren't going to put that on. I'd be more fearful of it getting wear and tear while it's sitting out. You know, maybe somebody doesn't want to put that on, or they just want to run it in the winter. It's their vehicle, so you're going to let them do what they want with it. But on this one, Brian, arguably the Laredo is probably one of our tops right now. But as far as the interior goes, I say this one got a lot of investment onto the interior. It got that nice blue seat, the America250 kind of backside of a Velcro patch, so you can put Velcro patches on the back end of the seat, bright red seat belts. The dash is also matched in the same blue, and then red, white, and blue stitching on the steering wheel and some other places. Now, I think that when it comes to the interior standpoint, they definitely put a lot into this, and I kind of like it. I gotta be honest. I think it was a really cool way to do the inside. I'm curious if these are going to end up being like a collector's edition in the future, or if it's going to be one of those trims that, you know, you just see out and about, and later down the road, they just have a boatload of miles on them. I think the 12 for 12 program is a really cool way, as we're probably pretty close to the end of the JL, to see how these vehicles really can utilize all the parts that are left. Now, one cool thing we're excited for, Ryan, how about it? This week, we're going to take, we could tell them, we're going to take a plant tour. We're going to actually be able to see the entire Jeep plant and hopefully give you guys some insider knowledge that only us freaks would notice in the plant. Everyone's like, oh, look at that. And we're like, wait, did you see that going on over there? Is that a V8 and a Gladiator? Yeah, really? Yeah. Now, Ryan said this one came in at about $56,000 MSRP, but it was pretty well optioned. If you guys know Anthony at all, he likes to option out the special edition Jeeps just so he can get the most fun stuff out of them. I knew you could get this one with a color match top as well. So we got a black top and the dual top group with the blue jean top, which I think is a great way to do it. And I don't know, do you think the value is going to hold on this? They're pretty rare. Apparently you could only get one or two per dealership, and you really had to fight for them. So I'm curious if these are going to end up being pretty rare. I think so. I don't think they're going to have a ton of these. And I also really like, this is sidebar, but they did one for the Ram too. And I think the Ram turned out pretty good. So let's get into it now, though, what we just heard a little bit more from the Stellantis North America social media, and kind of talk about what future plans of Stellantis might look like. Well, it was just about an hour ago, Stellantis North America social media just dropped a reel speaking about their new plans for the brand, calling it their FaSTLAne 2030 plan. Now, FaSTLAne is a huge play on words because if you're familiar with Jeep dealerships, the FaSTLAne is the quick oil change lane that you pull your Jeep into, and then they also highlighted the STLA, which is their stock ticker. So it's kind of a play on this, and obviously this is a shareholders and an investor meeting, so it's pretty curious to hear what they're planning. Now, us, besides the shareholders, we're concerned about what vehicles are coming out. We're not looking as far as how the brand's health is doing, but a little bit in the back of our head is. Because ultimately what they do from a corporate structure level affects every single vehicle that all of us know, love, and enjoy. Now, this 2030 plan is a significant investment in, from what I quote from his, into especially the North American industry. I know they showed a little bit of B-roll of the Recon going by, and they once again showed us that plan where it had vehicles under that kind of cover, and it also showed, Ryan, the Wrangler Gladiator. So that wasn't a typo in the first video. It looks like they might be having the Wrangler, and then the Gladiator is a trim of the Wrangler going forward in the future. So what does that look like, and what is that vehicle ultimately going to be? I think the Scrambler is going to take a little bit of time to come out. We've seen that now undercover. We're curious about what it's going to look like. There's been hearsay by a lot of people saying it's going to be a two-door truck and it's going to have kind of a half cab in the back. It could have 4 seats. It's a lot of different things going on with that. It could look like an old 4Runner where it had the half hardtop in the backside. We're curious on it as well. And from what it seems like, in our opinion, the Ram brand is getting a lot of the love first with the Rumblebee, with a lot of these other vehicles with bigger engines. And then I do think the Jeep brand is going to be invested in. But when you think about it, if we're at the tail end of the JL and we're almost 7 years into the Gladiator, does it make sense to invest in those right now? Or perhaps give a refresh and go full all the way into it and really invest a lot of money into it. Stellantis Antonio Filosa actually said he was going to, what was it, like 60 billion into the
60% of the 60 billion
is US.
Is going to Dodge and Jeep.
Oh, Dodge and Jeep. Okay, so 60 billion.
So on the bright
might
side,
be able to make some more 4xEs.
The money, yeah, on the bright side, the money that they're investing, 60% of that is going into the love of
Dodge and Jeep, yeah.
Jeep, which is so cool because they need some help.
Yeah. Now, from what we're gathering from this, he did say, from what I quote, Ryan, I think you're correct, it was 60% of the invested funds are going to go into Ram and Jeep. And that's awesome because Ram and Jeep, I would say, with a lot of the refreshes that we think are coming out and some different things, they definitely could use a cash inflow. And I think, like I said, Ram is getting it first. And then I think Jeep's about to get the love, and who knows what that's going to look like. Obviously, guys, we keep pressing different people at Jeep so we can hear more, give you more, and explain more. We saw some comments the last time talking about, why didn't you ask him about the V8 Gladiator? Even if we did, there's certain things that are closed lip, and they can't tell us about it. As soon as we know, and we can tell you, we are going to tell you. The closer relationship we get to Jeep, the better, and we will get even better news here on the channel. What's kind of interesting as well is, talking about the dealer, the investor meetings, is Ryan just took a drive down this morning to a local dealership, and we are hearing and seeing this all over the place, is dealerships have an abundance of Jeep vehicles right now. And you know what I just thought of as we're talking about that? It could be a sign of the auto industry, of the interest rates are starting to come back down and it should pick up. But Ryan, I didn't think of this. Most are 26s and they shouldn't be affected by the steering recall, but maybe some are 25s and they're still sitting there. So I'm curious about why there is such an influx of inventory, and I'd be very curious in the comments down below what your thoughts are on all this. I'd really love to hear that, and Ryan would as well, and try and engage with you guys down below there on there, because it is interesting. And as we see the 12 for 12 kind of fade out, there's only a few more months left. Is there anything up their sleeve that they've been hiding that we might get right at the end? So a lot of these might be sitting because of that power steering pump recall. We are hearing people are getting it fixed right now. I know we spoke to a couple dealerships that we work with, and they're doing a lot of the inspections, and I believe it's an inspection. They'll go through what they need to, and if you need parts, they'll order them and get them in for you, and if you don't, your Jeep has been signed off and you're good to go. So Ryan, we haven't done ours yet. We've been so busy with everything going on. We got to take one of the Jeeps in, and I think what we would like to do is probably, if we can't say what's exactly being looked for with the inspection process, at least show you what the process looks like and what might need replaced. Heck, I might even tell our local dealership just to replace it, just so we can show you guys what is actually happening. But today's an interesting one because on today's viewer rig of the video, it's actually going to be, Ryan, a pretty cool one. What about a 2022 high velocity Rubicon Extreme Recon? You think that one's a pretty cool one? That's the viewer rig, or the rig that we picked up over 4 years ago to start Dirt Road Cred. And we get into viewer rigs when we can in every video. But in today's one, we wanted to just thank every single viewer. Sometimes you guys don't have your rigs submitted, but each and every one of you have been monumental to the success of this channel, and the effect that you've had on all of our lives would not be possible without what you bring to this channel. What you bring to the channel, what you bring to the shows, what you bring to the comment section. We love every single one of you guys for watching this video. And today marks 4 years, Ryan. Oh, yesterday did. 4 years of posting content. 4 years of hard work, of the most fun that we've ever had, the best people that we've ever met coming up to us at shows, talking to us online, and really letting us create the best Jeep community on the internet. Now, 4 years ago, Ryan and I took the biggest chance of our lives. We went all in. All the black chips were to the center of the poker table, and we put it all in on a dream that him and I could create something with a meaningful result, with a real meaning behind it, and the cred at the end of this sentence means credibility. And when we put the cred in our name, it's because we had credibility and we wanted to share the best, the most authentic, the most credible content on the internet when it came to Jeep, and without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. So a special thanks to each and every one of you that have made it this far with us, that have been around in the good, the bad, and all the fun that we've had here at Dirt Road Cred. And comment down below, guys, because we absolutely love each and every one of you. So thank you so much for that. And Ryan, I don't think there's any more. We look forward to seeing you guys in person at the Toledo Jeep Fest, as well as Smoky Mountain, Tennessee. Smoky Mountain's going to be huge. We have a 100 by 40 booth outside. So if you don't see us inside, come outside. We will have the Jeeps, we'll have fans, we'll have all of our things there, the giveaway Jeep, and a lot of our personal vehicles. So we can't wait to meet you guys all there. And 4 years into this thing, we absolutely love it. So if you've got a dream and we can help you in any way, comment below. From Ryan behind the camera, me here talking to you, we want you to get out there and earn yours.